What's going on, everyone? I am the OPJellicent, and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building an OU team around Salamence, then hopping on the ladder, testing the team out, and making any changes to the team that we feel are necessary. And the final team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. But before we hop right into the team building process, if you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so they don't miss out on any competitive Pokemon content, and leave a like if you enjoy. But let's go ahead and hop right into this. So we have a pretty standard Dragon Dance Salamence moveset right here, with the Dragon Dance, EQ, Dragon Claw, and Fly with the Flyinium Z. Really strong attack, but pretty much the biggest switch-ins to this in the OU tier, as of now, are Celesteela, Skarmory, and at least to this set, Mega Scissor, specifically defensive Mega Scissor, since we aren't carrying Fire Blast or Flamethrower. So I think a really great partner to just deal with all of that right away is Magnezone, and pretty much, I think Magnezone's kind of a staple. You can't really run Salamence without it. I mean, you can, but like it's not really not going to break through Skarm or Celesteela or any of the other steel types unless your opponent chokes them away. So I think Magnezone's just a great option to get those in and get rid of those. So what do I want to run is the question. We can go with an Assault Vest set. Could help switch into Ask Greninja. A Choice Scarf set is cool because Salamence also struggles with Landorus T, and you can Scarf Flash Cannon that thing and wear it down. So I think we are going to go right now with the Choice Scarf and just go right with Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and obviously Hidden Power Fire to hit Ferrothorn, Scissor, that kind of thing. And we'll just go with Max Special Attack. Special Attack's actually pretty high. And then Max Speed Timid, and we'll put the 4 in HP. So these are really nice. These two help out each other a lot. This pretty much opens the door for Salamence to sweep late game, and I think this is really great. Now we have the start of a Volt Turn Core already, which is really cool. Now we can either complete that, we do still need Hazard Control, or we can start getting some Wall Breakers on the team right now. Now, obviously defensive Landorus with Defog completes the Volt Turn Core, and obviously provides Hazard Control too, but I don't think I want to do that. We might put defensive Landorus on this team later, but I don't think I want it to be my Hazard Control. What cool Wall Breakers do I want to use? We've used Hoopa Unbound for quite a while. We've used it, I think, in 2 of the last 38 videos, so I don't think we're going to do that. I would actually love to use Mega Medicham's a cool option, Physical Psychic type. That's actually a really cool option. Can break through stuff like Magearna, which Scarf Magnezone doesn't really break through. I really like that. Let's go with Mega Medicham right now. And let's just put on some standard coverage right here. Fake Out, Ice Punch, High Jump Kick, and I guess we'll go with Zen Headbutt. Even though we do have this and this for Toxapex, it's a nice option. We could put Thunder Punch on here, and then pair it up with like Tapu Koko to help out your Magnezone and Medicham, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to go with standard spread, just max speed, max special attack, Jolly, and just put the 4 in defense. So we have a Wall Breaker, really nice, and we have some priority on the team now, which is cool. Can definitely help out, but the question is, what do I want to do next? We're still super weak to Hawlucha and opposing Ask Greninja, which is definitely kind of tough. I kind of want to deal with Hawlucha first. What do I want to add that can deal with that? I mean, Haze Pex could kind of deal with both, but I'm not really a big fan of Pex. AV Azu could potentially deal with them. Not really a big fan of that either. I used it once, way back in December. Not really a big fan. But what I think I'll do is, I think we're going to go with a nice bulky Mew. This provides us Hazard Control. We're not going to use this as our Stealth Rocker, I don't think. But we're going to go right here with Ice Beam. Defog, Ice Beam, Will-O-Wisp, and Soft Boiled, as I think is going to be our moveset. And if I recall the standard Smogon spread, I believe it's, well, first of all, we're going to put Leftovers on here. And I believe standard Smogon is max HP, 112 in speed. Or it might actually be, I'll fix this after, but I think it's 112 and then 144 in defense. We'll go ahead and roll with that right now. Actually, I guess for now we'll go with 152. And I'll double check that before getting my first match, but I'm pretty sure that's what the spread is, and then obviously minus attack. And this can help deal with some stuff like Hawlucha. Can take a +2 acrobatics, which is really nice, and hit that thing with an Ice Beam. We'll Wisp it, and we do have Hazard Control on the board now for our Salamence, so that's really cool. We still need to complete our Volt Turn Core and potentially get an Askern switch in. We do have a lot of Askern checks, like Scarf Magnezone, which, I don't know, does Scarf Magnezone outspeed? Let's go ahead and check that right now. Ask Greninja. Now that I'm looking at it, Askern actually does well on this team. Secondary Wall Breaker, good win condition. I don't think it does. 399, 240, that's gonna go up to 360, so we don't actually outspeed Ashgran with Scarf Magnezone, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. What I'll do now is see what else I want to run. As much as I don't want to, I think just defensive Landorus with the rocks, because we do need a rocker, and we still do need to complete our Volt turn core if we want to do that. So defensive rocks Landorus T is definitely looking like the best option right here. We could go with, like, Spadef Jirachi could help us out against, like, Tapu Lele, Magearna, that kind of thing. We kind of struggle against those mons right now too, but I don't really think that's what I want to do. We're going to go with the Lando. And I always run Rocky Helmet over Leftovers, and we'll put Earthquake on here, and do we break through Chansey yet? We do have Medicham to break Chansey, so we don't need to run Knockoff. So I'll just go with Stealth Rocks, U-Turn, and Hidden Power Ice for now, which can definitely catch opposing Landorus T, can catch Zygarde, which we also don't really appreciate at this point as well. Leftovers would be better for Zygarde, but I would rather run the Rocky Helmet, just to catch stuff like Halucha if it's not roost. And finally, what do I want my last move to be? Obviously U-Turn. And we're going to go right here with 20 speed. I know most people are on 16, but 20 can actually catch other defensive Landorus Ts and outspeed that and hit and power ice it. Slow U-Turns could be nice too, so you could always go with like 12 and then go with more defense. But we're going to go with the faster variant right now. And we'll go with, I believe this is Careful? Impish, okay. So one final Mon. Another Wall Breaker would be really cool. It just started raining super hard outside. Another Wall Breaker would be really nice. Specs Ash Greninja, really cool option. Specs Keldeo, or because we already have a Scarfer. I think we're gonna go with the Ash Greninja, just because we do break Toxapex with quite a bit of this team. Mew can, well, we don't have Psychic on it, so not really. I could probably get up T-Spikes. Mega Medicham and Magnezone both break that too, and Ground would just be a really nice win condition. So I think the Volt Turn core with Magnezone plus Landorus T, and then 2 Wall Breakers with Mega Medicham plus Ash Greninja could work really well, so we'll go with that for now. And I don't believe we have a Z-move user. Oh, we have our Mance, right? I was going to put Waterium on it, but we'll go with Surf because I don't run Hydro Pump. You can go with Hydro Pump if you really feel like it. You can change that once you import it, but we'll go with Surf, and then I'll go with Spikes. Could be a really cool option to Hazard stack alongside Landorus T. That could be a really nice win condition because Hazards are really key to sweeping with Salamence. I think I'm actually going to do that. We're going to go right here with the Spikes. And then finally, for my last move, we're going to obviously go with Dark Pulse. So I think that's going to be what we're going to roll with for now. Obviously, we can make changes. I did try to keep the team building portion of the video a little bit shorter this time. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comments. Do you like when I spend more time at the team at the beginning, or do you just kind of want me to throw like some kind of team basis together and then alter it when we play the matches? It's up to you guys, but I think this is looking really good so far. Got a nice Volt Turn core. We can trap the Steel types to help out our Salamence. 2 really nice Wall Breakers, and we have Hazard Control and, well, Hazards. So that is going to be the team for now, and I will be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here up against a Scolipede team. It's probably a lead set if I had to guess, so I'll just try to get up a rocks. I don't mind taking like an Endeavor. He actually leads off with this Tran. I don't know if he's going to stand, but I'll Earthquake just in case he's one of those people that wants to stand and get up a rocks. Just because I can maybe get an easy knockout turn 1. Even if he goes hard Torn, that's fine, because if I got up rocks, he would defog anyway, and I wouldn't really have much to hit Torn with besides HP Ice, and it wouldn't really do anything. So I definitely think Earthquake is my optimal decision right here. He's actually going to go Tapu Bulu, which is interesting because we're a defensive set. Could be like Banded Woodhammer. I think we just saw Leftovers, yeah. So I'll get up rocks now. He goes right for the Leech Seed, which is totally fine. And I'll go ahead and U-turn out right here because if he went Torn, I don't want him defogging. Now, he probably clicked like a Grass type move. I could go Mence right away, but Mence is a really great win condition this match. It can actually sweep, so I don't want to go out into that just yet. I'll actually make the... Do I need Magnezone for anything? It could be good to trap Jirachi. Jirachi could have U-turn. I'll make the Magnezone play right here. Does resist the Grass type move. He goes right for the Horn Leech. Just so much. Tapu Bulu is so bulky. He gets all the way back up to full, unfortunately, but it's fine. I'll just go ahead and Flash Cannon right here. Get off quite a bit. He goes right for Leech Seed, which is totally fine. I'll Flash Cannon again. He goes back to Tran, but we weaken Tapu Bulu, which is really great. And I think he'll just get up his own rocks right now, but I don't really want anything else getting toxic besides my Lando, so I'll just go to Lando right here. He'll probably Toxic if I had to imagine. Just gets up rocks, so he might Toxic now. I'll go ahead and U-turn out, because he's going to go Torn. And that's totally fine with me. I can go Scarf Magnezone. We see Rocky Helmet Torn. That's kind of interesting. He doesn't have a ground type for him to switch into Volt Switch, so I'll just go ahead and go out into this and just Volt Switch out. I'm sure he'll go back to Tran or Tapu Bulu. Gran is also a really big threat to his team now that he's given me Tapu Bulu damage, so we get off some damage right here. Is this where I pull the trigger on Mence and Dragon Dance? Could be. I mean, Grassy Terrain is up. I don't know. I'll go Musa play. I don't want him getting all his health back with Horn Leech, though. I think I'll make the Lando play again. Yeah, we'll go Lando right here. And I'll just U-turn out. Because if he attacks me, he'll take Rocky Helmet damage anyway. He's getting a lot of recovery, which is kind of annoying. But I'll U-turn. He's actually going to just stay in. So I'll go back to Magnezone now. He goes right for a Leech Seed. This is kind of annoying. Alright, I'll Volt. Because I think you go back to Tran right here. And eventually I'm going to have to pull the trigger with Mence. He stays in. I should have done the other thing. Because he's going to actually double Leech Seed. Alright, U-turn. Back to Magnezone. And I'll Flash Cannon now. I don't want him... I knew he would go Tran that turn. Those 50-50s are pretty annoying. But I can still win with Mence at the end of the day. So it should be fine. As long as I don't let Mence get Toxic or anything. Him having no electric resist made this pretty nice too, but I'll go ahead and go Lando again. And I'll just go Gran, I think. I mean, he has Tapu Bulu still, which is definitely scary. But he showed a Rocky Helmet on Torn, which he said it's not AV, so it probably has Defog. We'll look at the Medicham play. And I'll just Mega Evolve right now and Fake Out. He goes Torn, which definitely makes sense. It takes quite a bit, though. And I'll just go Magnezone now. I'm sure he'll U-turn for the initiative and maybe go Scolipede. He just defogs. Okay, that's fine. And now this will allow me to Volt Switch out once again on the Tran. And I can just bring back in my Medicham. Do I think he has the... I'm High Jump Kick. I don't think he has Protect. Yeah, we get rid of Tran right there. And that's great. Let's see what he wants to bring in next. Goes back to Torn. Back to Magnezone is always my play right here, even if he U-turns, which he's going to. We have Scarf attacks to hit stuff with. And he'll probably go Scolipede, Protect, and then try to knock me out with that. It just goes Tapu Bulu, which is, I guess, a fine play too. I'll Flash Cannon this right now. It'll get quite a bit of recovery, which is kind of annoying, but that's definitely my play. He just goes Jirachi. And I'll go Mew on this, just because even if he gets up rocks, he's actually just going to Heart Stamp. Is this Scarf Heart Stamp kind of thing? Just to flinch stuff down? Probably. Alright, all I need to do is land a Will-O-Wisp on this. He actually goes back to Torn, which is totally fine. We land our Will-O-Wisp too. He could have knockoff, I guess, but I don't want to switch in Magnezone, so I'll just go right here for the Ice Beam. He goes right for the U-turn again, and he is actually going to have quite a bit of trouble breaking this. He goes Deontay now, which definitely makes sense. And we get a bit of damage off on there, not too much, and he's going to get some Grassy Terrain. This is a tough play right here. He's going to click Moonblast no matter what. And that probably knocks out my Magnezone, so I don't want to do that. I'll just stay in. And let this go down, because he's going to actually go for Diamond Storm, and no defense boost too. We get a bit more Ice Beam damage off. That's doing absolutely nothing. Can't I just Soft Boil and stall this out? He has to have like Mega Horn on Scolipede to try to stall this out, I think. There's a Moonblast, and that does do less than half as I thought. And I can just Soft Boil it again. There's the Scolipede, finally. I'll just Wisp this. Bugsy. Savage Spin Out. Very cool set. Now, the thing is, what do I counter with? Because I know he has Mega Horn. I have to go Mence. And the question is, I think I just have to Fuzzy move right away. I can't risk... If he goes for a Rock Slide and flinches me, he probably wins, but... Well, that lived. Oh, because it was defensive earlier. If I Dragon Dance up right now, and he doesn't confuse me with Hurricane, we should be able to win. Okay, just don't confuse. He confused me. And we hit ourselves. I would have won right there. But it's still not over. I can switch out and try to win later. Obviously, he could have protected with Scolipede, but I could have tried to Dragon Dance up again, predicting it. That kind of thing. I'll go to Magnezone then. He's going to U-turn. I could have Dragon Dance there too. But I couldn't risk him Hurricaning, and I didn't want to stay in when I was confused anyway. That's so frustrating. Mence could have easily just won the match. Alright, there's Jirachi. and I just Volt out. He's gonna Scarf Iron Head. We don't flinch though, which is cool. And I'll just go out into my Gren now. How old is Tapu Bulu? 67. I'll go Medicham. There's Tapu Bulu. And this will allow me to click Ice Punch for free. Yeah, I mean, Jirachi's pretty obvious, but I'm clicking Ice Punch anyway. He just sacks off Torn. Alright, I need Mence to come through at the end right here. What do I set up on is the thing. I can't set up on Tapu Bulu, because it's just going to Leech Seed me, and then just be an annoyance in general. But Medicham's actually a decent win con now. And if he gets rid of Tapu Bulu, then my Gren can win too. Goes Deontay, which is definitely that play lock makes a lot of sense. I'll just sack off Magnezone. Goes right for the Moonblast. I have to go Gren right here, and I have to make the double into Mence on the Tapu Bulu, and just hope that I get my Dragon Dance up right now. And even then, I don't think I can. I have to fly. He's gonna sack off Jirachi, and it's not even gonna have to fly. This was lost after he confused me, and then I hit myself. That's unfortunate. I know I played it as though I could have won though. It would have just come down to a 50-50 on Scolipede, but I would have also not taken confusion damage. We get our fly off. It's not gonna end up mattering. Alright, do I have a way to win? I guess flinching my way to winning is a potential. We'll try it. Yeah, okay. There's Tapu Bulu, and this is getting leftovers and grassy terrain, so I'll go ahead and forfeit right there. That's pretty unfortunate. I definitely think Mence had that game if he didn't confuse me with Hurricane. But that's just how it goes sometimes. I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and this guy does not have a Dark Resist, so we definitely can win with Greninja. I do have to scout for Scarf though, and unfortunately since he does have Ice Shard pressure on the Mamoswine, unless we get rid of that, I can't actually sweep with Mence. I can get kills with it, but he also has Celesteela, which I'll lead off here with Scarf Magnezone just because he's going to lead Nihilego. This does take a Scarf Flash Cannon, so I'll just Volt out into my Landorus T right now and attempt to get up Hazards. He actually goes right out into Mew, which is amazing because I get to bring in Gren now. And Celesteela probably takes 2, but at the very least we'll get quite a bit of damage off on it. And he might not even risk that. He just gives me my Battle Bond right away, so that's fun. And now he's forced out into Sceptile, I think. Yeah. So I can just go. This probably outspeeds my Magnezone, to be honest. What I feel is not important. Does Mew do anything? Mew has Ice Beam. It probably takes a Leaf Storm. I'll go Mew right here. He does Mega Evolve. He goes right for SD, which is an interesting play. I'm pretty sure we take a hit. At least he crits the Leaf Blade, which he did, because it's a high crit ratio move. But we knock that out. And that thing's gone now, too. And we still have our Battle Bond, so that's great. I think he's forced into probably. He's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. Yeah, that guy was going to lose to Ashgran, like, pretty much no matter what. And I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. And this guy's a Victini. Could be a Z Celebrate, but this guy's Dark Resist is Greninja. So our own Greninja can definitely do a ton of work. And if we were Double Dance Mew, this guy would just lose to it aside from Gren. I'm going to try to pressure the Gren early, but with the rocks. He's going to lead out right off with his Lando, which is totally fine. I'm assuming we'll just exchange rocks right now, which I'm perfectly fine with. He kind of appreciates them. Well, he doesn't like them as much as I do, because I want to get rid of them for Mence. But do I see Mence winning? This guy's a Mamoswine for Ice Shard pressure. Didn't the last guy too? I think so. But he goes hard into Gren right here, which is definitely a big threat to my team. Can't let it get Battle Bond yet, so I'll just go here into. We outspeed. Actually, he's probably max speed if I had to guess. He goes for Ice Beam though, so. And it's not Purdian, which is cool. So I can just. He's gonna go, I think, Lottie right here. So I'll Flash Cannon in case he wants to choke and go Mamo, yeah. And now Mamo is gone, so that opens up the door for my Mence. He goes Victini now, probably Z Celebrate. I'll make the Lando play, just because I think we take one Searing Shot even if he clicks that Z move. And it's probably Scarf then, because he has a U-turn. Could be Band 2. That was a crit, and it did 15, so non-crit would have done 10. Go back to Magnezone. There's a Hydro Pump, so he does get his Battle Bond, unfortunately. Not the biggest deal in the world. The thing is he locked in? If he's not locked in, where we pretty much have to go Gren. If he is, then I can go Mence and Dragon Dancer right now and probably win. How old is Lando? 84. If he's locked in, then I can go Mence and Dragon Dance. You know what? Mence, come through. We're gonna go right here for the D dance. He switches out. And I know we take an HPI, so I don't want to be put in Shuriken range though, so I'm just gonna try to knock this out with Supersonic Sky Strike. And if we do, we get our Moxie boost and win, which we do. So I mean, maybe Ferrothorn can 1v1 us, I'm not quite sure. But Fly is definitely my play against Pharaoh. But we're at +1 now, so he does actually just go back to Ashgran. Is this Scarf Ashgran? It's not Scarf, okay, so we knock that thing out. And now we definitely win with Salamence, and he's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So Salamence coming through, first Salamence sweep has been claimed, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and we found our first Coco Lucha team, so we need to keep Mew healthy just for the Hawlucha, but we can definitely sweep with our Salamence. He's going to be forced to sack Coco. Hopefully it's not Scarf Coco, that would make things pretty easy, but Greninja also just clicks Surf through his team. I know Manaphy resists, but it won't appreciate it. We can try to pressure it with Fake Out plus Scarf Magnezone, which I'll try to lead off with actually. He leads right off with his Tapu Koko. And I'll Volt out just because even if he goes Lando on my own Volt Switch, I have my own Lando to respond. And if you say he goes like Magearna or something else, we can deal with it. He's actually the Screens variant. So this is probably Shuka then. I don't like the Screens variant. What does his coverage move then? I mean, anything's... if he has any attack, then it's going to hit me. I'll just go... We'll go Lando. Just because we can maximize damage. I'm sure this is Light Clay or Shika Berry right now. I just want to get up rocks. If he's going to start to get up screens, I want to at least have something going as well. He might HP Ice right away if he has it. But I can't risk Mence, and I definitely cannot risk Gran right now. So he actually goes out into his own Landers, which is totally fine. He has a screen up, and I can let this get weakened. It's not really that important. I'll just go right here for the U-turn as he goes for rocks. Do I knock out this with the Gran through the screen? Landers, let's just say he's defensive against Gran. Let's give ourselves base 103. And put a light screen up. Hydro Pump's only doing that much, which means Surf is not going to be able to knock him out. So we'll make the Medicham play then. And I'll just Mega Evolve and Ice Punch right now. We saw leftovers, right? I think so. Landers, the opposing Landers. I don't... Where's this... Where's the log? Okay, we'll see. He's actually going to go out into his Tapu Koko right here. I'll just go Lando. Did we see an item? I don't think we did. Because we U-turned and then he just withdrew after getting up rocks. Yeah, so I don't think we saw an item. So I'll just go right here. He gets up his other screen, but the first screen doesn't have many turns left, which is cool. I'll EQ. I'm sure he'll go back to Lando, but that's just wasting screen turns, and I'll just HPS this. So we did not see leftovers. I was super confused because I thought I saw the animation when I went to do the calc, but I guess we didn't. There's an SD. Did we do a bit? I mean, he's going to be in Shuriken range either way, so I'm not too worried about this, and this is definitely my most expendable Pokemon right now. There's a Stone Edge. A crit through the screen would be cool, but we're not going to get it. Alright, miss. I'm sure he has, like, he's just going to click Stone Edge again, yeah. And what this will allow me to do is now bring out my Greninja. And get a Surf off. I'm sure he's AV Magearna to switch into this, but the screen is gone. So I'm not too worried about it, and even Manaphy is not going to appreciate this hit. You know what, since that Magearna is going to take this so well anyway, and I do have some responses, I'll Dark Pulse in case he wants to go Manaphy. Which he is actually going to try to make the Manaphy play. This should 2-hit KO. Yeah, and now he's forced out into Magearna right now. Or I guess Tyranitar too, if he wants to get a bit of pursuit damage off. He makes the Magearna play though. We'll scout right now whether this is Shift Gear or AV. That is definitely Shift Gear. And I don't want to lose to this. I'll make the Magnezone play. I don't know, if he has Bolt Beam coverage, we can take Dazzling Gleam too. The only thing problematic would be like an Aura Sphere. Like a really random Aura Sphere. And actually, how healthy is this Tapu Koko? Because I don't want another screen going up. I can Flash Cannon right here. And I'm pretty sure we outspeed Tapu Koko, so we should be good against that. And he's going to go Tapu Koko. I'm pretty sure... No, we won't outspeed this. We go up to 360. He has one choice. He can get up one screen. He's going to opt for the light screen, which definitely makes sense. Now I'm sure he'll go to Magearna or Hawlucha. Did I let my Mew take damage yet? I completely forgot that he has a Hawlucha right there. I did not let Mew take damage, but he has a screen up. Alright, I have to go Mew either way. And just Wisp this. And then spam Ice Beam. So So let's see, he goes right for the SD. We do take a +2 acrobatics, I'm pretty sure, especially after lefties. And I just need to connect a Will-O-Wisp right now. Come on, Mew. And then after that, we might be able to soft boil stall him. It's going to come down to how much that does. That does a lot. So he'll be able to knock me out with the next one, but he's burned now. So I don't think he can knock out Mence too. I'll go right for the Ice Beam, just in case he, for whatever reason, doesn't acrobatics. So he's essentially at neutral attack right now. Does Mence take this? Okay, so I think I just have to go Mence and hope it lives. He's at neutral, and maybe we'll live it and be able to knock him out with our Z move right here. We do live it just fine, so we knock that thing out. And we might be able to win with the Gren now. I mean, Shift Gear Magearna is still right there, but actually, don't we outspeed the rest of his team? Maybe a Speed tie on Manaphy if he is really max speed. He does go Manaphy. We need to win a potential speed tie right here. I doubt it's a speed tie. He should be bulky Manaphy. He should have gone Tyranitar to get sand damage first. He's actually probably max speed then. I was about to say Scarf, but that would be getting way too ahead of myself. Alright, we can go out into this now. And just go ahead and Dark Pulse. And knock that out. Now he'll go, I think, Medicham. But we have Shuriken Pressure and Screen's about to go down, so I think we should be fine. Goes Tyranitar, but I don't think that'll make a difference. I just sack off my Magnezone right here, and then I go Medicham and kick twice. I won't kick on Magearna, I'll just go for something else to put it in range of Shuriken. Goes right for Dragon Dance. That could be a problem, but we should outspeed right here. Actually, maybe not. Hopefully we do to put him in Shuriken range. If we don't, he's actually going to let me put him in Shuriken range. I don't get that, but that definitely just sealed up the deal. Because I Shuriken and then Shuriken knocks us out, right? I know it's I know it's Mega Tyranitar, understand, but this is Specs Battle Bond. This should knock it out, and then we can do the same on Magearna. Actually, wait a minute. If Magearna shift gears up, now we can it'll be fine because we can switch out and then. Actually, I guess there's no point to switching out because I want the fake out pressure. So I'll just Shuriken until I die, and then I go Medicham. If he shift gears, then I just Shuriken again. That is able to 2-hit KO. He goes right for the shift gear, and we're able to knock this out. So we're able to pick up the win right here. He's going to go ahead and forfeit. I'll drop a GG in chat. I'm really glad with how I play that. Kept my Mew healthy for the Hawlucha, even though I completely forgot that that thing was there. If I switched in Mew randomly, that could have been pretty bad, but we ended up working out. And I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. We're facing another Coco Lucha team, but we can counter that with Mew as usual, and we can use Lando to get Rocky Helmet damage on the Gyarados, so maybe put that thing in range of Fake Out. I'll lead off here with my Magnezone just because we can Volt Switch out on stuff. He leads right off with this Gren, and I'm hoping he's just going to stay in. And I'll Volt Switch out. He's actually the Protean variant, so now I'm forced to switch out, unfortunately. He has Ice Beam, so I'm not going to go out into Lando. I definitely don't want to go out into Greninja just because he doesn't actually have good water switching, so I'll make the Mew play right here. And we can just defog on whatever he wants to do. I don't care if he has Dark Pulse. I mean, I did say I want to keep Mew healthy. I definitely said that. Okay, I'll defog right here. He has Taunt. Okay. I'll Ice Beam now. He definitely got the early game advantage right here. Hopefully he goes for another Spike, and I can just knock him out with Ice Beam. Honestly, he's going to go for the Spike. I was about to cancel because if he attacks me, then I'm actually pretty weak to Hawlucha, but I'm not staying in right here. I'm switching out once again, and we're going to switch out into our, I think, Magnezone. Just because I can't allow this thing to take any damage. I do need to eventually defog, but I think we might lose to Hawlucha now because 3 spikes are up, and actually, oh wait, how much did we see the acrobatics do last game when at +2? I think it only did like 73 or something like that. So maybe we can take the hit, especially after leftovers. We should be fine. He goes out into his Gyarados. This is actually great because I went Magnezone. And what I'll do now is just go ahead and Volt Switch out. I don't care if he goes Lando because I do have my own turret spawned. And if he stays in right here, that would be amazing. He does go Lando, and as I said, I can just go out into my own. Get up a Rocks to pressure the Gyarados. If he doubles into Gyarados, he might be able to Dragon Dance up and win, which would definitely be unfortunate. But I think he would switch out first, depending on... No, I would switch out first, because I'm into a Scarfmon. There's the Lando. I know I think we take a +1 Supersonic Sky Strike. I don't want to say I know. And then get destroyed by it. I'll go here for the Stealth Rocks. Hopefully we live something and can get up the rocks right now. Alright, okay, it's actually... We should live that. It's Continental Crush. Yeah, we take that pretty easily. And based on that, since that goes up to, I think, base 180, We should have taken a Supersonic Sky Strike. He'll knock me out right here with Stone Edge. He actually just goes right for the Stealth Rock. And gives me some damage on that. Okay, so now I definitely need to defog. We're going Mew. And we're actually defensive Mew, so I actually don't outspeed this. Darn, that's rough. Okay, I need to start playing offensively then. What I need to do is do this. Immediately go Gran. And immediately click Surf. I need to get my Battle Bond right away. I'm going to Dark Pulse. Just because if he goes Gyarados, I do want that's Shuriken, that's not Dark Pulse. I'm so used to having it go Surf, Dark Pulse, Spike Shuriken, but we get off our Battle Bond. And now we have something at the very least to threaten the Hawlucha with Priority Shuriken is what I'm referring to, but I have to switch out, and I basically can't bring this thing back in until that mon's gone, so I'll go ahead and sack off my Lando right here. And he just goes right for a Volt Switch. He's probably locked into that if I had to guess. I'll just Earthquake right here. He is not locked in, okay? He showed HP Ice. I'll go Magnezone. I think I have to go Magnezone. And Scarf T-Bolt is definitely actually a good win condition, now that I look at it. Hopefully he's going to be faster and he'll be able to 2-hit KO me, so never mind that. Alright, but now he's in Shuriken range, which is what we needed. And I think he's also in 2 Fake Out range. I'm still not going Gran after this. I have to go Medicham and Fake Out. I don't know why he's not just T-Bolting for the knockout again. What switching do you have after this? Tran probably gets 2-hit KO'd because the Electric Terrain is up. And we will still have an Electric Terrain turn after this, so I think I need to hope Fake Out knocks him out from 35, which it should. Tapu Koko is not bulky. He just Volt Switches out, actually, which is totally fine. Alright, so let's see what he opts to go out into. That's going to be the interesting thing. I think no matter what I go, he's going to go Gran. I think no matter what, I just go Medicham now. And I just click Fake Out. Should be able to knock this out, and we can pick off. If we were Bullet Punch, we would actually be in a much better scenario, but all I need to do is get into position to sweep with Shuriken. So he goes back to Koko, which definitely makes a lot of sense. How healthy is Gyarados? All I need is damage on the Gyarados to sweep with Shuriken, which is really frustrating because he's not bringing it out. Alright. And I'll Fake Out now. And then I think we're going to lose because the way this is going to work out is I Fake Out to knock this out, but then he goes Hawlucha, knocks me out, and then I can't win. So now all he has to do right here is knock me out. And then Gyarados should live the hit. So I think that'll be it right now. Yeah, he goes for Acrobatics, and then I'm forced to Shuriken. And unless I get like 3 Shuriken crits, we might not even knock this out, but unless I get 3 Shuriken crits on Gyarados, we're not going to win. Yeah, he lived that, and that's going to be GG. So really those hazards were things that made the main difference. That offensive lander has definitely caught me off guard, but it's alright. I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and I know we haven't made any changes to the team yet. I think it's 3-2 right now, but I definitely do think we checked everything. A little bit weak to Ashgran, so we might change like Magnezone to AV Magearna if you really want to, but Magnezone's so vital on with Mence right here. Speaking of Mence, it like wins this game after Zapdos this weekend, which we can do with the rocks, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. I'm sure he'll lead Gliscor or Bulu. He leads off with Tapu Bulu, and I'll just get up rocks right now. I don't know why I expected Bulu. I was really expecting Gliscor. There's a Horn Leech, that's fine. He'll take a Helmet. See if we see an item. We don't. We'll go for U-turn now just because I don't want him going Zapdos to defog on this. I do in fact want him to keep my rocks up right now, which we can do if he goes to Zapdos and then I U-turn out into like Gren or Medicham. I'm pretty sure Gren can knock that out. He just stays in. He's at -1, so I'm not too worried about this. I'll just go. We'll make the Magnezone play. There's a Woodhammer. Does a decent amount. Nothing too worried about. Nothing to worry about. And I'll just go right here for the. Am I worried if Gliscor comes out? I can double expecting Gliscor, but I have me right there. It could have Toxic, but I just want damage on this. I'm going to Flash Cannon on the off chance he stays in, just because. So he does go this. Just because if I actually got damage off on that thing, my Gran would actually just spam Dark Pulse against the rest of his team, which would be amazing. But I'll just go Mew right now, I think. I have to switch out. Yeah, I'll go Mew. Mew probably doesn't take 2 Magma Storms because they're defensive, but we'll see. He goes for Magma Storm. We actually misses, so I guess we'll never know. Well, we might. And I actually can't do much to this. Okay, I'll go Lando now. So all I did was actually give him turns of Grassy Terrain. Alright, so it's gonna... I wonder if he has Protect is the thing. I'll go right here for the U-turn, just because I don't want him going Zapdos, which he is going to try to do. No IO is Earthquaking. I don't really care if I get Static Parried at this point, which we are going to get, because I can bring out my... I don't want Grant to not kill and then I lose my win con, so I'll go Medicham. All I need is for a Medicham to not get Static Paralyzed, and we should be fine. I'll go ahead and... I want to Fake Out first. Let me calc how much we're doing to defensive Zapdos with Medicham, because this is pure power. But if I have to Fake Out, I will and risk it. Medicham. Ice Punch 57 to 68. Alright. Just don't get Static Paralyzed, Medicham. Cool. And 57 to 68. I'll go for the roll. That's against defensive Zapdos, which I think it is based on that damage right there. Yeah, it should be defensive, and we get the roll right there. I mean, he gets that Static Parry, I got the roll, so I guess that's a pretty even trade-off, but he goes out into his Latios right now. This has to go for Draco to knock me out, but you want to Pure Latios? So yeah, like I was saying, Showdown just got randomly super slow, but sack off my Landorus right here. As he Mega Evolves and just goes right for Psychic. We could have lived that and gone for... Look at this weird Lati sprite. We could have lived that, but I'll go out here into my Gran. And just click Dark Pulse, I think. The thing is, he has tapped Bulu in the back, which is pretty free. Click Dark Pulse anyway. I don't want my Mon right here getting Draco'd. He goes Gliscor. This should get 2-hit KO'd. Yeah, pretty easily too. And now he's forced out of here. So that's great damage for my Mence in the back. And actually, Mence can win this game coming up soon. So we get a bit of damage off, nothing too special. I'll make the... Magnezone doesn't really accomplish anything. I don't want to risk Mence because that Mon actually just wins the game now. So I'll go Magnezone, sack it off probably, and then go Mence. There's a Horn Leech, and I'll just go right here for the Flash Cannon once again. Hopefully he stays in and gives me the damage. But I can't Volt right here. Like, I actually just can't, because if he stays in, then I just lost the game. Well, I didn't lose, but, like, I didn't win the game yet. But if he stays in and I Flash Cannon, then I win with Gran, so... That's kind of my thought process behind this play. He sacks off the Gliscor. Maybe he was expecting the Electric type move, but that thing's gone. He can go Tran right now. Honestly, I really just want to sack this off, but... And then go Mence and Dragon Dance, but, like, I would be banking off Magma Storm miss. He could have Toxic. There's so many things that could go wrong in that scenario. But you know what, we're going to do it anyway, because I know we take this thing on. Knock me out. And I can just go out into this Dragon Dance on the turn that Grassy Terrain goes down. And even if he connects a Magma Storm, he actually cannot do anything with it. He has to have like HP Ice right here, which would be super unfortunate. He has Toxic, that's honestly not going to stop me from sweeping. I just click EQ. And then knock that thing out. We got a Moxie boost, and that is going to be the game. I think Mence is about to get the second sweep of the day. Because we just Fly Z this. He might switch out, maybe expecting the Fly Z. He's not going to, and then we just EQ the Jirachi and Dragon Claw the Lati. And at this point, Gran wins too. Out comes Jirachi, which wants to take a while to appear too. Apparently, well, EQ, it'll probably live. Yeah, it does live because of terrain. And there's a Z Celebrate. It's going to come down to, well, he's in Shuriken range, it doesn't matter. And it's still a speed tie right now anyway. And we win the speed tie. And then Lati will have to come out. So Mence is going to put in the work right there. I'll drop a GG. Very nice that Mence managed to pull through. And I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Unfortunately, Drill under Sand actually outspeeds Mence. And this guy has Fake Out pressure, but if we can get rid of like the Hippo and then weaken Medicham, we should be able to win with Salamence in this game. But other than that, Gran just clicking Dark Pulse is nice. He doesn't have a resist, but he does have Toxapex. But I'll attempt to get up early hazards. I'm sure he'll lead Hippo or Torn. He does lead Torn, so this can probably try to defog on me. I don't know if we take a +1. I mean, I don't know if we take a Supersonic Sky Strike, so I'm just going to go here into my Magnezone, which I know can take the hit just fine. He just goes right for Hurricane, and he does get the Confusion. I'm just going to go back to Lando right here on the U-turn, just because I know he's going to get Regenerator health, but I do want to try to get at my rocks, and no matter what he brings in, he actually just goes for Knock. That's fine. I mean, obviously, getting Rocky Helmet damage on this is not very useful. I'm curious as to whether he actually has Supersonic Sky Strike. Goes for U-turn, so we will get our rocks up right now, and he'll be forced out into probably Hippo, or goes Toxapex actually. Probably trying to get up T-Specs then. I'll Earthquake this, just to weaken it, because this is your 1 Ash Grand Answer. And now his one Ash Answer is really weakened. And I'll Earthquake again, I don't care. Goes to Hippo, that's fine. I'll U-turn. I do need to... Do I have Hazard Control? I have Hazard Control on Mew. And pretty much Ash can come through now. So we'll go Mew right here. And the fact that he let me EQ that Toxapex is really good. There's that. I don't really care. I'll just go right here for the... I want to Wisp first, I think. Yeah, we're going to Wisp. I think he might go Toxapex right here, but he's just going to stay in and slack off. And now I'll defog the hazards away, and then I'll double out because I don't want Toxapex coming in. Oh, that's actually perfect. Okay. How healthy is Toxapex? So it'll be at 50. I'm going to Dark Pulse. I don't care if he does anything. He goes Toxapex. This will get 2-hit KO'd from that range. And this is what I was talking about. I get my Battle Bond no matter what right now because we do outspeed Torn. Also, this is AV Magnezone? Oh, it is AV Magnezone. Okay, so that's kind of annoying, but Toxapex is still super weak, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll make the Medicham play just because it's kind of a mid-ground. I don't want him going back to Toxapex for free. At the same time, Magnezone works too, but Medicham's too important. I can't do that. Do I really see Mence sweeping? Yeah, I do. I'll go Lando. While Lando is important for Drill, I can just keep it in right here. He goes back to Toxapex. So the annoying thing about this is I'm EQing, but... Because if this thing goes down, then I pretty much win the match, but... He has his Toxapex back to like really high amounts of health right now. I'll go right here for the Stealth Rock. I don't care if you Hurricane me. Just don't confuse me like the other guy, thank you. Alright, back to Magnezone. He's gonna go to that Hippo though. Oh, he just defogs, that's fine. And I'll actually make the... I want to start getting some momentum in this match. I need to start breaking some walls. I'm gonna go Medicham. Oh, he actually U-turned, okay. That's fine though, you're forced out into your own Medicham? Because nothing else outspeeds. Drill doesn't outspeed without the sand. He does go his own Medicham right here. I'll go back to Lando just because while we don't have an item, we do get the Intimidate. He'll probably just fake out. Yep. And what I'll do now is just sack this off. We'll go for U-turn just because I can now bring in my... I can bring in Mence as a speed tie though. Probably not my best play. I can go my own Medicham and just risk the tie. I'm sure we live a hit though, just because he's at -1 and we aren't. So this is my play right now. I'll go right here for Zen Headbutt. And all I need is a bit of damage on Toxapex, and then Gran wins this game. I could try to go for the flinch. And actually, since he has Toxic Spikes and not Toxic, I can actually definitely go for the flinch. Alright, so we get rid of Medicham right there. Goes immediately back to Torn. I think a Mew is the better play than Magnezone. No, I'll go Magnezone. Because while it does bait out the Hippo, it'll be fine. So he gets to go Hippo right here, and then I'll go Gran on that, just because... Well, Gran is more important than... Now, you know what? He's burned right now. I can go Hippo. I mean, I can go Gran right here. But he could Toxic right now. I think Medicham's a much better play. Yeah, we're going to go Medicham right now. Just throws up rocks. So I could have gotten in Gran safely, but I really couldn't risk it right there. And I'll just Ice Punch right now. Would have loved to high jump kick, but I just need the damage. That does pretty much nothing due to the fact that we have the burn on him. And I'll go ahead and Ice Punch again, just because if he gives me this Amon, and... Oh, he's actually giving me Toxapex? We get the freeze. Alright, I'll Zen Headbutt then. Will he go back, will he go out into... He has the Rocky Helmet, which is interesting. If he gives me this Mon, then Gran's about to win the game. So I think he's forced to switch out right here into maybe Magnezone. He does go Drill, I could have predicted that, okay. That's kind of brutal, but Sand is gone, so I outspeed. I'm going for Zen Headbutt. Because if he goes back to Toxapex, which he's going to try to do, I want to get rid of it, and now Gran can easily win this match. So, very glad I made that play right there, and he's just going to go ahead and forfeit because he's about to lose to Ash Ninja. So, that pretty much just won me the match right there. After Toxapex went down, Gran just spammed Dark Pulse against the rest of his team. Very nice win right there. I'll drop a GG in chat, and I'll be right back with one final game. Alright, we got another match right here. This will be our last match of the day, but all I gotta do is try to catch the Toxapex again, and then Gran just wins by clicking Dark Pulse. He does have Deonce, he has a Dark Resist, I guess, too. But Mence, it's interesting because he has Zapdos. If I could get a Rocks to pressure that, that would be great. I want to keep Lando just because it's my most reliable switch into Ferrothorn to get up Rocks and then spam EQ. I'll lead right off here with my Medicham. He's going to lead with the Zapdos, which is kind of annoying. I don't want to risk getting static paralyzed so early, so I'll just go Mew right now. As I'm sure he'll go for Discharge or something. Yeah, there's Discharge. No para is nice, and I'll just throw off a Wisp. I mean, although Heatran is pretty obvious, it's not that big of a deal. We get that off. And now I gotta pick a switch in. Probably should have just soft-boiled it or Ice Beamed, to be honest. Do I go Lando? Yeah, we're gonna make the Lando play. I don't care if he, like, Flash Fires me, Magnezone Flash Fires me. He just goes right for Rocks, which I will do the exact same thing right now. He's going to switch out into Ferrothorn, so this probably has, like, Leech Seed. But this is the mon that I need damage on. Well, one of the mons that I need damage on for my Grand to win. So I'll go right here for the EQ. Switches out into his own Lando. I'll just go for HP Ice. I don't need this thing healthy, I just need Rocks up. So I'm glad we managed to do that before Deontay came in. He just booms, which is fine. Now it comes out the Deontay, and we do have a Scarf Magnezone. I don't think this Landorus at 34% is very useful, so on the off chance he wants to do anything weird, I'll just go right here for the Earthquake. He just goes right for Moonblast, which was definitely his best play right there. I'll go right here into Gran. And I'm going to make a really bold play and click Spikes on the Toxapex coming in. Alright, we get it right. And I'm sure this has T-Spikes, which is kind of annoying, but I'm going for game with Mence now. I'm not going for game with this. So we'll get up the second layer, and then we'll go for game with Mence. I can easily go Mence right now and just hope to not get Scald Burnt, but he probably has Haze too, so not very good. I'll go Magnezone. Actually, Magnezone can win with Scarf T-Bolt. He just gets up 2 layers, that's fine. If he's getting up Spikes, I want to do the same. And I'll just go right here for the T-Bolt. Yeah, T-Bolt looks fine. I would love to HP Fire, but I'll just T-Bolt on the... He could go Ferrothorn, I guess. But he pivots out into Tran, which this will take a lot between the Hazards and the T-Bolt. Actually, not that much. Wow. Do I set up on this one? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Worked last time. Alright, Mence, come out, Dragon Dance, and try to win for me. If we were Dragonium in this match instead of Flyinium, we wouldn't be able to break anything anyway. Okay, I go right here for EQ. Knock that out. And I just hope that +2 Dragon Claw kills the Zapdos, and we should be good to go. And end us off with the Mence Sweep. He goes Ferrothorn. I just Fly Z this. I don't care if you Protect on it. And now we definitely knock out Zapdos with +3 Dragon Claw, which is cool. And that should be it. He needs a Static Para, and then... Actually, if he Static Paras me, can't... No, because I have Shuriken to spam, okay. So even then, I bring in Gran and click Shuriken a few times, and I just Dragon Claw right here. It'll be able to knock this out. I don't know why I didn't go out into it for the first time. And no Para, so that is going to be the game. I'll just Earthquake right here. And then finally, I'll get to Earthquake the Tran if he doesn't forfeit. And I'd actually just die to Hazard. So that is going to be the Alive. And I need to get off on a nice Wind Sweep right there, which is really nice. And yeah, once again, the team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.